Scores of candidates will file their nomination papers today, officially paving the way to contest the May 24th general election. That's our top story in our Barbados Today morning news update for Monday, May the 7th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. It's nomination day in Barbados. Candidates from 7 political parties, along with several independents, are expected to file their papers to officially contest the May 24th general election. The 2 main political parties, the incumbent Democratic Labour Party, led by Prime Minister Frandell Stewart, and the Mayor Motley-led opposition Barbados Labour Party, are fielding a full slate of 30 candidates each. For today's process, a number of centres will be opened across the country, with most of the nominations scheduled to take place between 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Meanwhile, campaigning for the much-anticipated poll intensified over the weekend when both major parties launched their platforms. The DLP formally kicked off its campaign last night at the National Stadium in St. Michael North East constituency of incumbent Motley. Taken to the platform early was Minister of Social Care and outgoing MP for the neighbouring constituency of St. Michael Central, Steve Blackett, whose speech was punctuated by a vicious assault on Motley and the BLP. Blackett also tore into Motley's address during her party's launch on Saturday night, downplaying issues such as the foreign reserves and the fiscal deficit.
No imagination, no inventiveness, just ignorant, unsustainable political giveaways. We can spend all our waking hours discussing the macroeconomics. We can talk about the fiscal deficit. We can talk about the foreign reserves. We can talk about the downgrades. We can talk about printing money. These do not affect what the average Bajan see as priorities to make the quality of their lives more comfortable and their lives more palatable. And we as a government are determined to display that social conscience and responsibility. We have been doing it for the last 10 years here in Barbados and maintain those features that are expected by the average citizen in the face of the harsh world economic factors and influences.
And as we mentioned, the BLP was first out of the blocks on Saturday at Weymouth, the city, where party leader Motley declared that wages and salaries for public servants would be a high agenda item if her party forms the next government. Motley said she would meet with the trade unions shortly after taking office to discuss the long-standing issue of salary and wages increases.
Public servants can rest easy because the first order of business will be to negotiate with their unions as a Barbados Labour Party government. And I tell you that if there is not, and you will see it in the manifesto, if there is not an agreement as to the increase of salaries within 3 months, a cost of living allowance will be paid to every public servant in this country.
The opposition leader also informed the massive crowd not only will her party address the South Coast sewage problems, the garbage situation, tertiary education, and repeal the controversial National Social Responsibility Levy, but also take care of pensioners.
And while we get the economy right in terms of the foreign exchange and the debt, believe you me, you have to take care of people. How do old people who do not get a contributory pension, how do they live on $75 a week, $77.50 a week? Well, I have come here tonight to tell you that as of the first week in June, all pensioners in Barbados who are non-contributory will get a pension every 2 weeks of $225. And let me be clear, this is not going to break the government of Barbados. If the government of Barbados and the ministers can take back their 10%, then the pensioners of Barbados can get $225 every 2 weeks.
Motley also revealed that their manifesto will be launched on Thursday. Meantime, political scientist Peter Wickham believes that third parties and independents contesting the upcoming poll will have little impact on the St. John's seat. Speaking on Barbados Today's Election Watch program, he, however, explained that the inclusion of DLP member Leroy McLean as an independent may be the exception.
I feel, based on the last published poll, that the St. John's scenario is now at a stage where it can very well be marginal for the Democratic Labour Party. And if Dr. McLean is able to take some votes away from the DLP, he could very well hand that seat to the Barbados Labour Party. So it's ironic that, contrary to what Arthur is saying, we're now in a situation where, in terms of statistically, I can see a concern for the Democratic Labour Party regarding the third-party candidacy of Dr. McLean in that constituency. But that's really the only one that I'm looking at the alternative vote in. I'm not looking at it in Bridgetown in any serious way, even though I am somewhat fascinated by the candidacy of Natalie, and I admire what she has done. But ultimately, I believe that she will impact on people who are not looking to elect a government. And I think that for them, the conversation about her is one that will be things. I think she will do well. But ultimately, I don't think it's going to impact on the outcome in that constituency. But yeah, St. John is the one where I'm seeing the third party or the third force impact.
In other news this Monday, yet another family has been thrown into mourning as Barbados records yet another suspected murder for the year. Dead is 33-year-old Dwayne Ford, alias Bush, of Silver Hill Christchurch, who was shot yesterday morning during an incident at the Mad Pub Bar located at the junction of Combermere Street and Bay Street, the city. Police say they received a report from the medical personnel at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital that Ford was taken to the Accident and Emergency Department by private transportation, but later succumbed to his injuries. As investigations continue, lawmen are asking anyone who can provide any information on this incident to contact the nearest police station or Crime Stoppers. And consumers are paying more for gasoline, diesel, and kerosene, but less for liquefied petroleum gas or bottled gas. As of midnight last night, the price of gasoline went up by 9 cents and now costs $3.40 per litre, while kerosene costs 10 cents more at $1.46 per litre. Diesel now costs $2.61, that's 1 cent more. The price of a 100-pound cylinder of liquefied petroleum gas now retails at $162.39, that's a decrease of $7.49. Now the 25-pound cylinder now costs $1.87 less and now sells at $45.70, while the 22-pound cylinder decreased by $1.65, now selling at $40.38. The 20-pound cylinder now costs $36.71, decreasing by $1.50.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
One night, one winner, only one team can deliver. Balance, comprehensive, unrivaled coverage. Barbados Today, Capital Media HD 99.3 and 6 Gear Studios. Don't miss election night on www.facebook.com/Barbados Today, on www.barbadostoday.bb, live on www.capitalmediahd.com and on www.facebook.com/CapitalMediaHD.
Welcome back with news from the region now, and we head to Trinidad, where the Law Association has reacted to recent allegations made by the Acting Attorney General, Stuart Young, who claimed in Parliament last Friday that there were lawyers assisting their clients who are gang leaders in criminal activity. President of the Law Association, Douglas Mendez, says if there is such evidence, police must take action. We get more in this report from Joel Brown of TV6 News.
When TV6 News contacted the Law Association's president, Senior Counsel Douglas Mendez, he said he was unaware of Acting Attorney General Stuart Young's claim in the Parliament that it appears as though members of the Law Association have been assisting their clients who are gang leaders and gang members in continuing the conduct of criminal gang activity.
Thank you very much for bringing this to my attention. I will take it up with the Council of the Law Association and do what is necessary. If what the Minister says that is true, then obviously the Law Association will take it seriously and will do the necessary investigation. If, of course, it is not true, then we will have to deal with it accordingly.
Minister Young, a member of the Law Association, claimed there are lawyers
who have been participating in illegal communications with their clients and actually assisting their clients, it appears, in running their criminal empires.
Senior Counsel Mendez said Minister Young made no contact with him prior to making that claim.
If there is evidence that lawyers are engaged in criminal activities, then the police must take action. And they ought to do that as soon as possible.
And finally, on the international front, Hawaiian officials say a number of vents have exploded following last Thursday's eruption of the volcano there. According to reports, the latest volcanic events occurred in neighborhoods which have already been evacuated. More in this report from Reuters TV.
Smoldering lava consumed at least 5 homes as residents continued to evacuate on Hawaii's Big Island over the weekend. By Sunday, nearly 2,000 people had fled. A new fissure spewed lava up to 230 feet in the air. New cracks opened on a highway in the Leilani Estates area, about a dozen miles from Kilauea volcano, which erupted Thursday.
It's like a roaring, it's like a Goliath, or like a roaring jet engine when a jet engine is taking off or landing. That's what it sounds like. And this morning, that's what I woke up to right over here, and it was geysering into the sky, probably 100 feet.
Officials said sulfur dioxide gas threatened to harm anyone who stayed in the residential neighborhood. The southeast corner of the island was rocked by a 6.9 magnitude earthquake Friday, the strongest since 1975. More earthquakes and eruptions are forecast perhaps for months to come. The lava erupted in a small rural area. No injuries or deaths have been reported, and officials say the main tourist areas have not been impacted.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper email updates or like us on Facebook. And sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.